DV perpetrators. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about it. And it's something very close to my heart as somebody who has childhood DV as a child. Broke that cycle. So we no longer say, from what I hear, that we witnessed DV as a kid. It is now we experienced it, which is absolutely true. Because people like myself still carry the effects of this. Now, if you don't know who I am, you probably won't. I'm looking at a rainbow. How nice. I just wanted to make this video very quickly because normally I make videos on Instagram, but Instagram, you've got about 20 seconds of people's attention and that's it. And in 20 seconds, unfortunately, you can't explain extremely complex things with accuracy. You can cut things down, you can turn things into bite-sized pieces, and that's what I try and do on my Instagram, on Your Online Brother. But with something that just happened recently, it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal at the same time. Because just so you understand, so I heard news recently that a woman in, I think she's in WA, put up a story that I am a supporter of DV perpetrators, right? Didn't know what she was talking about. Now, she'd never messaged me before, didn't warn me, didn't tell me the context, nothing, right? I think what had happened was I put up a story with an Aboriginal business and I said that I support this business. And I think there was rumors or something in the past where there was talk of certain things happening. Question then I thought about, do I support DV perpetrators? And that, as with everything, I care a lot about clarity and clarification. So I put up a post this morning on my Instagram and I said that I don't support DV perpetrators. Now, what I meant by that is that I don't condone DV. Any normal, healthy person, whether they've been through DV or not, would be the same. But something that even I will struggle with to admit, because somebody commented, even people that have been through DV, even perpetrators of DV still require support. Now, I sat there and I thought about it, and I've thought about these things before. It is true that even if we do not like somebody, even if people who abuse children, people who abuse women, all of these people, we have a lot of anger towards them naturally because it's disgusting. But what better can you do than actually support these people? I think it would be very hard for me to sit face to face with someone that I know is bashing women or women bashing men and to not have strong feelings or biases towards that person because of my own personal experiences. However, supporting people doesn't mean condoning what they do. In fact, it could mean, if you support a DV perpetrator, that you are to their face telling them that it is wrong and you're trying to help them come up with better ways to manage their emotional regulation, to manage their behaviors and what they're doing and how that affects other people. So it's very easy, right, for our egos, right, to say, no, I would never support these people, I would do that. But we got to clarify the language that we're using here, like everything. Supporting doesn't mean condoning. In fact, supporting can mean the opposite of condoning. If you really love somebody, they're doing the wrong thing, pulling them up and telling them they're doing the wrong thing and trying to help them come up with better options is still supporting them, but it's not condoning what they do. So do DV perpetrators deserve to access support and deserve to learn how to not continue to do those things? Absolutely. Whether I like DV perpetrators or not has to do with it. I wished that the people that put me through DV as a kid had access to support so that potentially they didn't do that. Does that make sense? I know this is a very random video. I haven't even really planned out what types of videos that I'm going to make on this channel, whether it was going to be to do with Aboriginality and white people and reconciliation and whatnot. But I'm really busy. I've got a million things to do, but I thought this is a conversation that requires more than 20 seconds. There's no hard feelings against that woman who said that about me, that I support DV perpetrators. I've got supporters that, because I put up that post right this morning, and a lad messaged me privately and he said, hey bro, I support what you do, but I did find it a little unsettling that you associated with this known woman abuser. And I said, known. I responded and I said, not known to me. And not only that, do you have the proof? Because it's very easy to throw mud. It's very easy to say something about somebody, and that's all good and well, but that can destroy people's lives if they haven't actually done that or if it's only just rumors. So, of course, when it comes to proving whether someone has done something or not, that's a whole nother story. The whole point of what I'm getting at is that, do people doing horrible things deserve to learn how to not do those horrible things? 100%. There's a lot of people in this world I do not like, but I still think if they were to be supported, then we wouldn't feel that way towards them because they wouldn't be doing those things. It's not a black and white world.